Hey y'all, it's Mells with Superficial Gallery, and welcome to episode 25 of 31 Days with the King. This is a short series dedicated to all things Stephen King, with a daily upload on one of his works. Now, we'll try our best to incorporate his most popular titles, as well as some of the ones that are lesser known or weren't as well received. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with today's pick, and it is a personal favorite of mine, Christine. Ooh. Spooky cover. I love the skull. Okay, so Christine. Wow. Where do we begin with Christine? So, Christine is a really terrifying story. It is heavy on the supernatural. So if you're into that, you're going to really love Christine. As always, I will keep the reviews as spoiler-free as possible because I do like for everyone to check out the books if they have not already done so. And if I spoil the whole thing for you, then it won't be as magical as you exploring it for the first time on your own. So with that, let's talk a little bit about Christine. So Christine is a Plymouth Fury, okay? And she is a killer car. Now, if you've been following the series, you know that earlier in the series, I covered from a Buick 8, which is another one of King's supernatural killer cars. And I promised you that Christine would be coming up, so I always keep my promises. And here we go with Christine. So she's a killer car. She's had a lot of things happen to her, okay? A lot of horror and horrific things have happened in Christine. Now, this is over the span of a few years. They kind of push Christine off to the side. They know, and by they, I mean the people that own her, know that she's got... It is funny that I keep referring to her as she. I mean, obviously her name is Christine, but she might as well be a real live entity, okay? And that is just what we're going to get with Christine. So, her owners know that she's just got a really terrible track record, to say the least, okay? So we fast forward a little bit to this teenager named Arnie. He's not popular. He is, kind of picked on in school, and really, in my opinion, he has some overbearing parents, okay, which seems to be a theme in a few of Stephen King's novels. And so I can appreciate that, because what comes out of that is a terribly insecure person who really wants to do everything they can to fit in. So with that, he comes across Christine, and she sort of puts her spell or her, magical powers, or however you want to say it, on him, and on the spot, he has to have her. Okay? So he takes Christine, he starts fixing her up because she's not in very good shape when he first gets her. And with Arnie's, I guess, love and him taking care of her, she starts to come back to life, starts to become evil again, get that old, spirit back in her. And that's when the action really picks up. Now, a lot of things start happening in the town. People are murdered, and they are all connected to Arnie in some way or another. And with that, I will let you read the rest of Christine and just go on that crazy journey. It's really a powerful novel, in my opinion, because a lot of the human psyche is explored, as well as a lot of the supernatural tropes that we really come to love. Heavy on horror as well. Again, like I mentioned before, one of my favorite, a definite classic of Stephen King's novels. Now, this was made into a film adaptation, and it's actually one of my favorite adaptations of any of Stephen King's work. It was done by John Carpenter, who I I absolutely adore. Honestly, I watch everything by him. And just sort of a little personal aside, Halloween is my favorite horror franchise of all time, and that, of course, started with John Carpenter as well. So, in the novel, they did leave out a lot of Christine's backstory. They kind of condensed it into a very well executed, in my opinion, opening scene of the movie. But that whole backstory on all of the horrific events that happened inside of Christine that led up to them realizing that she was a supernatural killer car was pretty much left out. And I'm okay with that because the rest of the film was pretty cohesive and stuck fairly well to the source material. And again, that's why it's one of my favorite adaptations. So, I hope you have enjoyed this review of Christine. Please be sure to read the book and then check out the adaptation. I would suggest that you do it in that order so you really get a feel of how evil Christine really is. Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't show you the photo on the back of this book, and wow, it's one of my favorites. Surprise, okay? Look at this handsome devil. Oh, Stephen King and friend. How cute. Exit only. And obviously he is cheesing with Christine there. And so it's one of my favorite photos of his on any of his novels. So please make sure that you subscribe to Superficial Gallery. Hit the bell to get notified when new content is posted. If you have read the book, seen the adaptation, comment that below. Let us know your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. We have a few days left in the month. If you have a special request, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask us to cover something. You can comment that below as well or tweet me at MellsBells84 out in the Twitter sphere. We've had a few requests this month. I'm very happy that we've gotten those in, and we'd be very happy to cover something of yours if it hasn't already been discussed. So with that, I would like to say thank you again, and I will be back to haunt y'all with another episode soon. Bye. Aww.